We are going to study about population of the world, number, growth, and density. Chapter number 2. Video masa khanin kovela hian akumbatelin mishing kanpung nas ema kha enge achan ti te tin kovela ramsang sanga hian khoimuna te hian nge mishing cheng an bit zwala khoimuna te hian nge mishing cheng an tlem enge achan ti te kan ngai thau to a tuna kan topic mabak factors affecting population distribution and density and overall viewpoint. Tia hianin video masalama kan ngai thlak ho thawa kha aron tarlan non le awangin textbook ami ang zong zong hi kan soinon to lawanga amai ro chu apoimo zwal pani relief features le economic factors pi ka hi kan soinon le don ani. Now relief features. Mountainous areas of the world are thinly populated because of cold climate. Difficulties in the construction of railways and roadways, short growing season for agriculture and lack of cultivable land and lack of industries. On the other hand, plain areas of the world are most favorable places for human settlements because of favorable climate, fertile soils, good agriculture, developed means of transport and communications, and availability of water. Kan ngai thak ang khanin tlang ram a chuanin mihring cheng kha an tlem ema a chan chu tlang rama chuanin khwa a vut ema chumi baka chuanin rail kong te motor kong kan tiang chi te ka siam har sa a tin thlai thar hun chung a kha are lawa tin thlai chin a mun tur lei tha a kha awang ema chu baka chuan industry a man son lo wang khan ezon har sa a mihring cheng kha an lem pha ni plain area a ve thung chuanin mihring cheng an bit ema a chan chu climate du chu sam an neya khulum lutuk lo vot lutuk lo kan tiang chi kha tin le tha ema agriculture ma an sona tin transport and communication in kalpona in biak pona man son boka chu baka water supply kha ol sama wangin ezona ol sama chu wangin mihring cheng kha an bitin an tam pha ani. Now economic factors. The important factors that influence the density of population are industrial growth. Industries provide livelihood to many people. Industrial towns become cluster of populations. For example, Japan and Northwest Europe are densely populated areas because of the industrial development. Pakhatna chuanin industry mason na awang khanin mihring cheng square kilometer khata mihring cheng kha an tam pha ema a chan chu ezon ol sama industry khan na tho tur min provide industry din tam na akhan mihring cheng kha an bit zel ni entirna na Japan na te le Northwest Europe te khan mihring cheng an tam ema a chan chu Japan le Northwest Europe ram kan ti te hi industry a man so na industry kha atama wang khanin na tho tur atama ezon kha ol sama wangin mihring cheng kha an tam pha ni. Development of tertiary activities. It includes all those services which are required to maintain basic infrastructure of urban cities and towns. Development of service sector attract huge population from nearby areas as they offer better means of livelihood and high standards of living. Now, what is meant by tertiary activities? Tertiary activities are those activities which include transport and communication, commerce and services of professional exports. Tertiary activities kan ti chuanin class 9 a khan siang den kan zir to a tertiary activities kan ti aka service sector ti in amingan wa bok a tin chumi ba ka chuan enge tertiary activities kan ti chuanin transport communication in kalpona in biak pona kan ti ang chite in sumdon ton na trade and commerce kan ti ang chi hawaka tertiary activities an dia khang ho ina ma ason na mona pianga khan mihring cheng an tama tin ezona ol samba ka nun phung shim shim po kha e achang kang bi gani urbanization. Urbanization means the process of change of villages to town. Okay? Urban cities and towns have all the facilities of education, recreation, trade, transport, and employment to support high density of population. Okay? Khopuya mo a big in urban areas a khanin enge zirna lama te man so na tin in sum don ton na in kalpo na le in biak po na kan tiang chia te khanin ma an son ma khamini wang khanin na tho tur kha tam pha a enge nun kho chwa kha ol sama chowang chuanin mihring cheng kha an tam pha bokani development of means of transport and communication. The development of transport and communication has made far-flung regions into one unit and raw materials quickly moving to factories and finished goods speedily moves to markets. Okay? This results industrial development and which in turn the density of population. Okay? In kalpo na le in biak po na inama son na muna khan mishing chengan tam boka tin industry din na muna raw materials industry a portland na atante le industry thil siam chwa to market a thondar na atan khanin transport and communication akha apoi mo hle bokani chumi ni wang chuan transport and communication ina ma ason na huna khan mishing cheng an tam pha bokani now sex composition. The numerical measurement of sex composition of a population is often expressed in terms of sex ratio. This ratio is calculated differently in different countries. Okay? In some countries like Russia, it is expressed in terms of percentage of male or female population. In some countries like the USA, the sex ratio is expressed in terms of number of males per 100 females. Okay? In some countries like New Zealand and India, the sex ratio is calculated in terms of number of females per 1,000 males. Okay? Sex ratio, sex composition kan ti chuan mi pa le hmeichhia population thiar hran na aka sex ratio, sex composition kan ti chu ni a khovela ram sang sang a hianin kan calculate dan hi a in anglo ema Russia rama chuanin mi pa le hmeichhia population percentage thang khanin ante thina tin USA a chuanin hmeichhia za zela mi pa pakhat ang khan an chiara tin New Zealand le India a chuan mi pa changkhat zela hmeichhia kha an chiar ve tan thin ani now world patterns of sex ratio. Number of males in the world as a whole marginally exceeded the number of females. Okay? However, among the various continents, Europe, North America, Africa were characterized by the preponderance of females. The continents of Latin America, Asia, Oceania suffer from the paucity of females. Okay? Europe has the highest sex ratio of 1,051 females per 1,000 males. Asia, on the other hand, had the largest deficiency of females, as there were 960 females for every 1,000 males. According to 2001 census of India, there were 933 females for every 1,000 males in India. Okay? Khovel pumpuya hianin hmeichhia a in mipa population hi asang zoka amero chu Europe kan ti te North America le Africa a te hianin mipa a in hmeichhia an tam zokani Latin America, Asia, Oceania kan ti a te hianin hmeichhia a in mipa an tam zoka khovela sex ratio sang beram chu Europe ti in and sex ratio hi 1,051 females per 1,000 males ania tin Asia rama hi hmeichhe tlem na ram ani a Asia rama and sex ratio zata hi 960 females per 1000 males ani India rama hianin 2001 census a khanin kan sex ratio hi 933 females per 1000 males ani a census na hnung per 2011 census a khan India ram sex ratio hi 940 females per 1000 males ani Europe ram former USSR tiamin enge mipa aya metse population asana chana hi Second World War lai khanin e Europe hianin an mipa te an chana sate mawangin mipa ain mechia population hi asang boka tin North America Africa kantia te po hianin e mipa an claim soka hi achan chu male mortality rate hi asan em wangani tin Asia rama hianin mipa population ain metse population hi atlem soka hi achan ni alang chu Asia ram hi metse neglect na ram metse nge noi chiana metse da niam na ram ani awang khanin metse ain mipa population akha asang bokani now age composition There are three basic determinants of age composition of a population. These include natality, mortality, and mobility. These three determinants of age structure are interdependent, and it is only through these variables that the socio-economic conditions influence the age structure. Okay. Age composition kan ti chuan kumbithlia in kar population akhani ta a age composition kan ti hi thil pathum natality kan ti chuan fertility mo chuan mortality kan ti chuan death rate chuan mobility ani chuan migration heng thil pathum fertility death rate kan ti te le migration a hianin an in khat tlatani It is the fertility rate that determines the proportion of population in different age categories. Okay? That's why the countries of Latin America, Africa, and Asia, which are characterized by high birth rate, display large proportion of young age population. Okay? Fertility rate kan ti hianin different age categories akha asoi fi ema age group thang akha asoi fi ema kumbithla inkar akha hi atidang lamna sa theini chu omja chuan Latin America kan ti te Africa le Asia birth rate asana wangin young age population kha antam mani no pang kum no pang te kan tiang chi akha po khatiang akha hengram pathuma de hianin asan pha mani Since the longevity of life in these countries is also short, the proportion of population in the old age group is also not very large. In most of the countries of this continent, about 2/5 of population is below 15 years of age. Okay? Latin America, Africa le Asia tihanin andam reizong ero khachu atoi ema e kum upa kanti all age group kantiang chi akha antlem mani hengram pathum Latin America, Africa le Asia te hianin kumsom panga hnuai lam below 15 years kan tiang chi ka kumsom panga hnuai lam kha an population atanga chuta munga athena mun khat kha anni Mortality also affects the age composition of population. In general, if the survival rate of only the childhood improves, the proportion of children will tend to rise and that of the older people will tend to fall. Okay? Mortality death rate kan ti po hianin age composition kha ahong thui ema no pan enge survival rate akha mo khatyang kha asang ani chuan abik takin childhood a khanin survival rate akha san chuan no pang kha antama enge younger population kan ti akha asanga e kum upa kan ti akha antlem thung thene. The impact of migration upon age structure is largely because of the fact that migration tend to be age selective. Okay? As people in the working age group of 15 to 30 are more mobile than the people in the younger age groups, the age structure of the two areas involved in the process gets modified significantly. Okay? In migration kan ti po hianin age composition ka angong tui em boka abik takin working age group kan tiang chi 15 to 59 years kan ti aka interna na ama kan soito angkhan enge na tho tur zong khan mundanga te an pem em thinri chuwang chuanin som panga tanga somnga poko inkar working age group kan ti bi ka kha atianga kha ramthen khata chuanin an tlem pha em thin bokani. See your textbook page 18 table 2.5. That table indicates that developed countries have much population in working age group 15 to 59 years and less proportion in less than 15 years of age. Okay? On the other hand, in developing countries, because of high budget and low life expectancy, the proportion of children and old age people is high. Okay? Kan textbook page 18 table 2.5 kan en chuan developed countries kan ti akhanin working age group 15 to 59 years kan ti ang chi te kumsom pang hnuailam kan ti ang chi akha katiang akha an tlem ema kha achan chu kan soi to ang khan working age group akha an pem chuak na sa thin kan ti to kha tin developing countries kan ti akhanin budget sanga life expectancy kha aniam boka chu wang chuanin no pang kan ti le kum upazo kan ti ate kha an tam mani. Now rural urban population. After the Industrial Revolution, the share of urban population has been increasing on an accelerated rate. Okay? The world's population is becoming increasingly urbanized. The rate have been rather rapid during the recent decades. Okay? Industrial Revolution nuwa khanin urban population kha apung sem ema enge khopuya kha kanjau na sani o kha achan chu urban area chuan amain kan soi do kha ezon ol samawang khanin le nun khonom na kan tiang chi ka tiang kha kan zong na sa a education a te ma an so na trade and commerce kan tiang chi te tin transport and communication a kan ma an so na sa tawang khanin thingtlang atang khan khopui kha ya a khan kan pem lut ru thin ne. Among the various continents, the continent of South America is the most urbanized continent, where more than 80% of the total population lived in urban areas. Okay? Continents zinga South America kan te khanin khopui anbo bera omzia chu South America khanin khopuya cheng mishing khan tam ema an population atanga chuta 80% kha khopuya an cheng ani. The continent of Africa is the least urbanized continent with only 35% of its population lived in urban areas. Okay? Africa continent zinga raw po khan Africa hi khopui bo lo beramania aram mi pui cheng za asom thum panga chaw kha urban area an cheng ani. Table 2.6 page 18 a tho khanin lo en le anga kata khanin ram sang sang khovel ram sang sang te rural le urban population tarlan ni a chuanin urban population san na apianga kha industry din tam na mun ani a urban population claim na pianga kha agriculture in khatram anni ti kha tarlan ani bokani. That's all for today. Thank you.